Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Manners and respect, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and check this out. You see that bell that is next to the subscribe button? I just found out that when you press that bell, it gives you options. So don't just press the bell and leave it, because YouTube will only notify you sometime when the videos are up. Press the bell and there are going to be options to say notify me of every video or notify me of only some videos. Make sure you press the notify me of every video. So the story that we're going to talk about today now is about a young lady, and this story happened in St. Ann. The story is kind of it's heartbreaking and troubling, and I wanted to single out the story for a while now. But before I do that, I have to mix the bad with the good, and I have to give you the good first. So we can't talk about killy thing and who get dash wet and not talk about the beautiful St. Ann. I will tell you this, and then I will tell you where I got it from. Alright, so St. Ann, Jamaica, history and overview. People from St. Ann believe with justification that it is the most blessed of all 14 parishes in Jamaica. You can't tell no Jamaican that don't know about them parish, called Claridonians think Clarendon is the beautifulest place in the world. So does people from St. Mary, people from all the other parishes. You remember about islands. Anyway, so the people from St. Ann believe that St. Ann is the most beautiful parish in Jamaica. Its natural beauty has earned it the enviable title of the Garden Parish. Its coastline provides it with some of the most stunning beaches. Its waterfalls attract hundreds of thousands of locals and visitors all year round. And it now rivals St. James as the tourist mecca of Jamaica. I hope you did know that. The dominant physical feature is the Dry Harbor mountain range with its individual peaks like Mount Diablo, then you have Mount Alba, and then you have Mount Zion. An important feature of St. Ann is its caves and sinkholes. And because of its predominant limestone formation, there are some 60 caves in the parish. The most famous of which are the Green Grotto Cave, located between Runaway Bay and Discovery Bay, and then, which is the most popular tourist attraction, right? Then there are its rivers and waterfalls, of which the White River is the longest. The White River itself now flows 27.4 kilometers, and forming the boundary with the neighboring parish of St. Mary. Because of its tumbling rapids, the White River offers an attraction that no other river in Jamaica does: white river rafting. Other rivers like the Roaring River, which is actually harnessed for electricity, and you have Dunn's River, appear intermittently, rising a few kilometers from the coast. Dunn's River itself might be unspectacular, but its fame is derived from the world's most famous falls, where an icy cold stream tumbles down 600 feet naturally formed stones, steps right onto a white sand beach. Location, location, location. Dunn's River Falls is one of Jamaica's best known and most popular holiday attractions, and arguably the finest attractions of its kind anywhere in the world. Along with the iconic photograph of rafting on the Rio Grande, the image of visitors climbing Dunn's River Fall is the most popular image used in the promotion of Jamaican tourism up to date. When taken together, all these physical attributes make the parish of St. Ann a true representation of the very meaning of the name, Taino name for Jamaica, Hexamaica, meaning land of wood and water. Now, I want to say something before I go any further. Alright, I'm not done yet. Listen. If it's Rio Grande or Rio Grande, it's tomatoes or tomatoes. I'm gonna stop with this pronunciation thing. I understand that you're proud of your place and because you grew up there and you don't know how to call it. Me see white people come to Jamaica come call it all kind of things all the time and none of them don't get bent out of shape. So come out of my comment section with you. Stop pile up the name of my place. It's not so it's pronounced SouFlo. I don't want to hear it. We are putting beautiful Jamaica on display right now. Alright, so just roll with that. These and the series of other smaller rivers have also given the town of Ocho Rios its name, translating literally as 8 rivers in Spanish. As you know, Ocho, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, ocho, 8. 8 rivers, Ocho Rios, Rio, river, 8 rivers. Oh, it is believed that in spite of that association, the name was a corruption by early English settlers because of the similarity of sound Los Chorreras, the waterfalls. And because them couldn't say Los Chorreras for the waterfalls, then say what was easier. Anyway, Ocho Rios. The name by which it was known in late 1841. So that's something to know that Ocho Rios was actually called Los Chorreras in 1841. Today, Ocho Rios is the center of a major resort complex whose development stretches some 40 miles along the coastline east to Aracabesa in neighboring St. Mary. Ocho Rios might be the center of tourism in the parish, but its capital, St. Anne's Bay, which has a special place in the island's history because this is where Jamaica recorded history began, with Columbus, thieving Columbus, first Jamaican landfall. He called it Santa Gloria, an account of the extreme beauty of the country. And here, 9 years later, he was sent, he would spend more than a year as a castaway. A longer time than anywhere else in the world. I don't think him the castaway, and I think him dropping at the place and him like it, so him just stay and say him last for 1 whole year. Here too, in 1510, Spanish settlers planted their first capital, Sevilla la Nueva, New Seville, and the first European settlement in Jamaica. Aha! So now you know where the first European settlement also was in Jamaica. Discovery Bay, from which it gets its name, is often thought to be the site where Columbus and his sailors, band of thieves, actually first came ashore, but historians differ. Some insisting that it was in fact the horseshoe-shaped bay of modern Rio Bueno. Whatever, it's still in the parish of St. Anne. Oh, where it all started. So, the other major town along the coast in Runaway Bay, it is believed that the name stems from the traffic in runaway enslaved Africans to Cuba. Runaway Bay is a good point of departure for many attractive highland towns and villages, including Brownstown, home to several educational institutions, including Brownstown Community College and St. Hilda's High School for Girls, Claremont, and let me spell it first, Moneague, Moneague, known for, and again, like I said, however you want to pronounce it, misspell it. Moneague, known for its disappearing lake, and from which its name is derived, the corruption of the Spanish mono agua. Alright, so we're going to call it something and them I say, we're the ones that corrupted the proper pronunciation of the real name for it the Spanish gave it, which is mono agua. Noteworthy too though, is the Moneague Teachers College, part of which is housed in the former Moneague Hotel, which around the turn of the 19th century was known to be one of the best on the island. Alright, so the tourist industry is, of course, the livelihood of St. Anne economy. Portlanders often boast that the industry was born in that parish. But even before the first major hotel, The Titchfield was opened there in 1897. The Monique Hotel in St. Anne was attracting visitors to the parish. In many respects, Ocho, Rios and the chain of St. Anne hotels that the coast from Discovery Bay in the west all the way to the St. Mary border town of Oracabesa to the east are late bloomers behind Portland and St. James in tourist development. Although traditional European-style hotels like the Jamaica Inn, which is still in operation, by the way, in Shaw Park, and the Plantation Inn and Tower Isles Hotel, those were among the island's finest, dating back into the 1950s. St. Anne and Ocho Rios particularly entered the mass tourism market starting in the 70s with the construction of the cruise ship pier and the development of a multi-hotel and apartment complex at Turtle Bay in the town. They were rapidly followed by the opening of shopping malls and duty-free shopping for cruise ship passengers, a range of restaurants and entertainment centers to which have been added amusement parks and adventure tours targeting the younger generation of visitors. As if its natural beauty, tourism attraction, and its rich history are not enough, St. Anne is only the parish where bauxite was first discovered and mined on the island, opening up major industry for the country and providing employment and source of foreign exchange, and frig up the damn landscape as well and pollute the air. It is a relatively new industry dating back to 1943, when analysis of soil samples from a property in the parish was found to be almost pure bauxite, the source for aluminum. The first shipment were made in 1952, and since then, St. Anne ports, Ocho Rios, and the Discovery Bay have served as the shipping point for the product to the United States of America. St. Anne's gift to the world also includes its people, so don't get it twisted. And among them, none more popular than the musical icon himself, Robert Nesta Marley, aka Bob, who was born in the village of 9 Miles in the parish. Other musicians from the parish who have made a significant impact on the local and international scene includes Winston Burning Spear Rodney. Listen, if you want to get into some consciousness, go find some Burning Spear here. Shabba Ranks. Shabba! Enough people think that Shabba Ranks come from somewhere up a town there, Kingston area, but Shabba Ranks come from them parts here. Born here and then moved to somewhere else. And of course, you have big top and our artists like Busy Signal. And of course, Romain Virgo. Please go listen to Romain Virgo's song that he did with that young lady, that little girl. I don't remember her name right now, but the song is called Dirty Man. And it speaks volumes about a topic that we have been beating to death on SouFLoTV. So Romain Virgo of more recent vintage. So equally impactful and of enormous influence on Bob Marley and other musicians is none other than the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the first national hero of Jamaica. Garvey was born in St. Anne's Bay, and his philosophy of black pride has reverberated throughout the world, particularly in Africa and its diaspora, even to the present day and moment. The Marcus Garvey Secondary School in the town of his birth and a statue outside the parish library in St. Anne's Bay are two of the many monuments that have been erected in his honor. Listen, when I look at this, and somebody said, SouFLo, please put up the pictures, okay, when you talk about the places. So people, every single picture in this slide has to do with everything I just read. Tell me it not make you want to go my yard. Eh? and just go explore out Jamaica parish by parish, city by city, town by town, and district by district. I'm telling you, beautiful. Now, moving from that onto this. So, this beautiful young lady right here, this is another one of those stories that I do these stories because, like I've said before, I don't like when time people get that way and it's like, wow, nobody speak about them after or even try to tell their story. It's like them just get slapped away and gone and it's, oh, on with life as usual. I just another one of them thing there. I can't get over it. You know what I'm saying? So, the gruesomeness. I want y'all to know, and I've been saying this for a while, that the level of wickedness that has overcome us, or we have allowed to take over our minds and consume us, is sickening. Do you know that hitman for hire work, contract killing work, is very popular now in Jamaica? And I remember 5 years ago when I first discovered that it was a trade that was on the rise, I spoke about it, but I wasn't on YouTube that big or like that yet. About 4 years ago when I was getting somewhere on YouTube, I spoke about it again, but I got a whole lot of disrespect and go and talk make Jamaica look bad. Alright, fast forward 4 years later, and it is plain to see that it is on the rise. The cause of this lady's death is right here. The reason, I have no clue. I can speculate from today till next century, but I would like for you to leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me, because sometimes some people from that area know exactly what going on. Them just not talk, but they do come on SouFLoTV and talk it up in the comment section. That's why I take my time to read every single comment. And sometimes I reach out to people based on their comments and I get to find more to the story. So, she was gunned down in St. Anne. This woman was shot and killed at her home at night time. So here you have 36-year-old Yannick Pitt Powell. I don't know if she was married, because she have two last names, and I don't know if anybody would name them daughter Pitt as her middle name. So her name is Yannick Pitt Powell, which sounds like two last names. But anyway, according to sources, Mrs. Powell, Mistress Powell, meaning she was married, was home with her brother and her child when armed men attempted to break in the house. Alright, watch this part. She braced the door while her brother ran with the child to safety. So here you have men, right, trying to come through her front door of her house. She braced the door, you know. Lord God, them a broke off the lock, them a broke off the lock. Them a come in, you know, them a come in. They now go away. You probably have said, we have gun in here. We have man in here where we fight you. We call the police. Them don't care. Them a still a break the door down. They're breaking the door down because they're showing you that we don't care about no man in there, no police or no gun what you have in there. We came to do what we came to do and we're going to do it. We're coming in. At this point, must leave you in a pretty desperate state of mind when you realize that they are going to come in and you really don't have that much help around. You know your child is in there, so of course the motherly instinct kicks in. And a good mother, the first thing she's going to do is she's going to try to protect her child. So what does she do? She tells her brother to grab her child and run to safety to another part of the house. She braced the door while her brother ran with the child to safety. Here's the reports. 4 shots were fired through the door. So she braced the door long enough for them to run to safety, you know, and they did not get into the door. They fired the shots through the door when they couldn't get in. All 4 shots hit her. Her brother returned after putting up hiding, securing her child, to assist his sister at the door, only to find her suffering from 4 gunshot wounds. She is a past student of one of those schools that I just showed you, the St. Hilda's High School for Girls, which is an archdiocese school, which seems to be a Catholic school. and a past student, past students of that same school have been expressing shock and dismay since the news of her killing has emerged. Many of them have been saying they can't believe. One comment said, "Me can't believe this happened to you. No way this happened to you. Not you of all people." Another one said, "And this a girl that never done nothing to nobody yet. One of the kindest, most loving, humble people you will ever meet." Right? And these comments go on and on and on. Let me close this video here by saying this. I am really struggling to balance the scales. There have been so many killings going on in Jamaica recently. I got a news today, you see, of a Cuban doctor, Cuban medical field professional, not a doctor, I think it's a male nurse. And the story that followed with that incident is 20-something people in 72 hours. That is, I am lost for words. I am lost for words. The brutality is something that we had never seen before. But now it has become commonplace in our society. You know? And it is heartbreaking. So I struggle on SouFLoTV now to bring you these stories. Because you know, one time I just used to dash out the story and say, that one you get slapped with, that one they get dash with. And I explain to people that when I put those lines, it's because they are able to slide under certain radar and you can still get the full story. But at the end of the day, I am grappling with balancing the good with the bad. So I don't want to just come tell you all the bad and just leave, and next thing you go away thinking, I will never visit St. Anne. Good God. Because that's not all that happens in these places. So it is my thing now to balance the good with the bad. So when I bring you one of these stories, I try to at least bring you the history of the place, all the good of the place, or some of it, some pictures and slides of the beauty of the place, and then the incident that we are talking about. Alright, so please understand this. Somebody said yesterday, Lord SouFlo, me try, but you draw out the video them, brother. Just 5-10 minutes max, man. Just go into the story, say where it is, and come out, or left it. Okay, people like that, I really don't care if you ever view my videos. Honestly. Because majority of people that view these videos, they do want to hear those other kinds of stories, but they're also interested in the beautiful part, and they're also interested in balancing the scales. So, cause enough beating me getting up. So I am adjusting as I go along, because that has always been my platform on SouFLoTV. It is viewer, subscriber driven. So when my subscribers start saying, Lord man, okay, me understand said that go on there, but please like put some positive to it as well. Even though I've always put positive to it in reasoning, but most of them never stick around long enough. So I start putting the positive story first, the history, the beautiful pictures, and then we go into these. Alright? Alright, so with that said, people, boy, I don't know. We say pray for Jamaica, but we've been praying. When you pray, them say, you know, I'm pray hard enough. Or you pray to the wrong God. Or you need to pray and fast. And then when people pray and fast and it still don't work, them say Jesus have to go come down, or God has to come and rescue. And then when you do that and believe in the Jesus, them say are the wrong person you are believing in, because of Yahshua or Yahweh, or we are believing the wrong God. I don't know what the solution is. That's my point. I know for a fact that there are measures that can be put in place that will not stop, but it will slow down these types of things that are happening. And not only slow down, but it will assist law enforcement in finding the right perpetrators, and then we can start to talk about proper punishment. A life for a life. Bring back the death penalty. But we can't talk them things that know when we can't even catch the right person. When we haven't even had a national DNA database set up on the island. You know what I'm saying? So let all them things that sink in, man. I'm still saying CCTVs everywhere, seen and unseen, with central monitoring points. I'm going to leave this right here. Big up on yourself, manners and respect. If you know more about the story, please drop a line and tell us. If you knew this young lady, please drop a line and tell us some character witness or something, alright? I'm out. Bless up. Peace.